thumbs up.
Okay. So
why is it going live now?
Okay, we're live now.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we're live. Let us know in the comments if we are in fact live. Type yes if you can hear us and you can see us well. This is our first time doing something like this, so the first time for everything. So
yes,
we were just talking to ourselves for about 5 minutes.
it'll be fine.
So it'll be fine.
So let's just go ahead and say welcome to At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras.
That's right, episode 1, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Isaac.
I'm John. We had about 400 people lined up waiting for us to go live, and I'm really excited to be doing this. So, yeah, we're going to be talking everything, small engines. I'm seeing a whole lot of yeses, so that is good to see that you can hear us and you can see us. So, in this podcast, At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras, we are talking everything go-karts, mini bikes, small engines in general, and even big engines, because, Ike, you work on all kinds of cars in your spare time. I dabble as well. And just the other things we have going on behind the scenes, beyond what you see in our 20-minute episodes, because there certainly is a lot, some of which we're getting into today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's just jump right on in. You want to talk about the secrets?
Yeah, so, we don't need to jump right in. So the main topic...
Give it a few minutes.
Yeah, the main topic of today's episode is kind of like the secrets and tips that we have for how to buy go-karts and mini bikes on the cheap, because we certainly get pretty good hookups with new projects.
They are in our area. However, I do believe when we went to where did we go? West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Couldn't find any go-karts.
Yeah, but we'll get into all that a little bit later.
Yeah.
We're going to wait for a few other people to join, make sure everybody's here. But welcome to the studio. Let us know what you guys think. We threw this puppy together. What's hilarious about our podcast studio, it's set up in the upstairs room of my house. We found this paneling here from a Goodwill restore.
Yeah. It
was on sale. We found this table for $40 on Facebook Marketplace.
Cool.
Threw together this sign with our Crossfire Pro plasma table, and everything you can see in the shot looks completely set up and intentional, and everything right outside of the shot is like an explosion, just like cords and wires and messes everywhere.
We're not going to show that.
No. So, Ike, the way we're going to structure this show is we're going to kind of start things off. We're going to talk a little bit about what we've been up to, maybe behind the scenes, and then we're going to get into our main topic like we've already talked about today. So, Ike,
yes.
What you been up to, man? I know you got all kinds of crazy projects, buses.
Yes, that's right. I've been working on my own YouTube channel, and that's bringing back to life a bunch of vehicles I inherited, and the ones lately has been a 1958 bus with a Detroit diesel 671.
But what's crazy about those
is
that it's not just a diesel.
It's a
two-stroke
diesel.
Supercharged diesel.
Yeah, or blower or whatever. And apparently they don't run without the blower.
Oh, at all?
I guess.
Interesting.
That's what I keep hearing. And but anyhow, that's a big project. And in a 61 GMC panel truck. That was pretty fun too.
Nice.
So that's what I've been doing lately, doing my own thing when I'm off of work here. What have you been doing, buddy?
Oh, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, learning how to live stream, which is fun. It's completely different. Live broadcasting is completely different than making a normal YouTube video. And by the way, everyone, we're planning on going live here about once every 2 weeks on the podcast. When we can. It can't be exact because we have crazy schedules. And also, if you have specific questions for us, leave a super chat, and we will be sure to get to them by the end of the episode. So I want to talk a little bit about my new soulmate, which is the Honda CT Trail 90. You guys aren't ready.
I just brought it. I just brought it, and he fell in love with it.
But anyway, let's transition to kind of the reason why you all are here, hopefully other than us, which is kind of how we seem to get great deals on old go-karts and mini bikes. And honestly, Ike is kind of the magician when it comes to finding new projects to work on?
Honestly, they just fall in my lap. They're everywhere in my area, and I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If you want to find a good used go-kart, go to Facebook Marketplace, your local bargain trader.
Yeah, bargain trader's a good idea.
Craigslist, and my favorite is actually word of mouth, because a lot of people have go-karts or mini bikes, and they have them shoved into the back of the barn, and they've forgotten about them.
Yeah, they actually do forget about them.
And those
like that old thing?
Yeah, those seem to be the best deals I have ever found.
Yeah, I think go ahead.
What? No, go ahead.
No, it's like the rule of thumb is like the ones that aren't for sale are the cheapest, if that makes sense. If someone's taken pretty pictures of one and posted it up on Facebook Marketplace, yeah, it'll be for sale, but it'll be for sale in front of thousands of people. Whereas if you're just like, I don't know, at the convenience store and you see in the back of the lot or something, there's an old go-kart tied up. You talk to the owner, like, oh yeah, that old thing, my granddaughter rode it for a couple of years and that's it. So I'll take $50 for it. What could it be worth?
And think about it. When they post it on like Marketplace or in the bargain trader, they kind of look around and see what prices they're going for. And here lately, they've been kind of high.
They've been pretty high. Everything is kind of high right now.
Is it our fault?
It might be our fault. I don't know, guys. We apologize. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, the best example of this is, I'm going to say, that time you went to look at a Camaro or a Mustang or something. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And I don't know, I think you passed on the car. Or did you buy the car?
No, it was a motorcycle. That's right. I bought the motorcycle. It was a Triumph. And the guy was moving, and he had this mini bike just sitting in the yard. In fact, it was the Hot Rod Mouse.
Yep, the Hot Rod Mouse bike.
And it was
a picture.
$20.
Yeah, it was $20.
It was a steal.
Yeah, because it wasn't like he didn't even post it online. Ike was there looking at a Mustang.
No, I was there looking at a Triumph
motorcycle. Looking at a Triumph motorcycle. I don't know why I have Mustang.
Yeah, I look at stuff all the time. So, but I do remember this one specifically because I picked up a 73 Triumph 750 motorcycle, chopper.
Yeah.
And boom, there's a chopper mini bike.
Yeah.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, and that was just like the perfect example of just that.
Yeah, the Triumph was cheap.
That was a sweet bike too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a good deal that day. It was like jackpot.
Yeah.
Great.
And that being said, like, they are on Facebook, and there are some areas of the country or world where they're just not on Facebook or Craigslist, and they're just not for sale.
Which brings me to, if you want a go-kart or a mini bike and they don't have it in your area, why not build one? We just did.
Or you could, convince the wife to go on vacation in the Outer Banks. Oh, honey, it's beautiful out there. Oh, let's just make 10 pit stops on the way because there are lots of go-karts in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's right. But the mini bike.
Yeah.
We just built a mini bike in days.
Yeah.
Just a few days.
We do have a bender and a CNC plasma table and a welder, but you could accomplish it with just a cheap welder and some parts.
Or a torch. Heat up the pipe, bend it.
Yeah.
That's the old school way.
For real. Yeah. So, your other option is to build if you can't buy, which I know we've always talked about doing a wooden go-kart. I would still love to do that.
I want to do it. When are we going to do it?
I don't know.
I mean, we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Let's get on it, dude.
I know. I'm down. It'd be fun.
Could be part of the amphibious go-kart because wood floats.
Wood does float. Two birds with one stone. So, yeah, you could build a go-kart out of wood. I think there are a couple YouTube videos out there. I think Build, Break, Repeat did one. I haven't seen it in a while.
There was an old one hanging up in Go Power Sports.
Oh, a wooden one?
A wooden one.
Nice.
Yeah, in fact, the steering was wooden and everything.
Nice. Wow.
Crazy.
That's a little scary.
It really is. I wouldn't want to go fast on one of those.
No, not at all. I would, but I wouldn't want to.
Yes. I don't want to go fast.
Yeah. So, I mean, your options are wood, getting a cheap welder, getting some tubing, becoming a YouTube certified mechanic, YouTube certified fabricator, excuse me.
There we go.
And just taking a shot at it. Or you can get an old riding lawnmower and just modify it like we did. That's another option, but that's not the same experience as a go-kart or mini bike.
I don't know. Ours was pretty good.
It was good, but it's not the same as a go-kart or mini bike.
No, not really, but it was up there. 65 miles per hour on a riding lawnmower.
Oh yeah, it's a top 5 project for me, which we need to bring it back soon.
I'd do it.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can't buy, build. But you know, when we were both kids, and this is a funny story on both of our sides, none of our parents, and we grew up like 20 years apart, so none of our parents let us have go-karts or mini bikes when we were kids. My parents always said they were dangerous and there's no place to ride them.
Look at us now.
Yeah, joke's on you guys now, isn't it? It's my career.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't allowed a go-kart growing up, and or mini bike. And what did I do? I think 12 years old, I went out and bought a $20 go-kart and didn't tell the parents.
So what I don't understand about this story that Ike tells is, how did you get it home if you're 12 years old and don't have a truck?
I mean, it was local.
Like, you must have ridden your bike there.
No. Oh, yeah. Did ride my bike there, found it. Oh, excuse me. Found the go-kart, and it was probably 8 blocks away. So found it. I think it was $20. It was an old Manco 2-seater go-kart. And then my neighbor, it didn't have an engine on it, by the way. My neighbor had an old tiller with a 5-horse Briggs on it. Gave it to us. Took the motor off, put it on the go-kart, and we were terrorizing the neighborhood for the next couple of years.
That sounds pretty... The end of that story is exactly like the end of my story.
Oh, really?
Terrorizing neighborhoods for years.
Oh, well. And now I'm doing it again.
Yeah. Yeah. My story is similar, except... And what's funny is that, like, your parents didn't let you get one. You got one anyway. My parents didn't let me get one. But I was building them with Ike, and I kept borrowing his, and I was tearing it up. So one time for Christmas... In 2013, Christmas 2013, I think it was, you gave me a go-kart because you were like, stop tearing mine up. Here's this. Tear this up instead.
I paid $200 for it. What was it, a Margate? No, what was it?
Phantom Racing chassis.
Phantom Racing chassis. That's right.
Yeah, I love that thing, dude.
$200, and I gave it to John and was like, here. And I took my go-kart back.
And the funny thing was, since I had it, like, because it was on, like, the property, like, the parents really didn't have anything else to say about it. They weren't like, get that thing out of here.
I mean, you're a grown man.
Yeah, I was probably 16, but that's pretty
Okay.
grown. Yeah, 16, your parents can't let you get a go-kart. But
Teenager.
yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. So, I apologize to John's father. It is my fault that your yard has been torn up.
Yeah, and I would like to have my dad on the show sometime, because that would be a lot of fun to get his side of things, of us tearing up some of
That would be hilarious.
his stuff. Yeah.
I want the best, tell me the funniest story, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to hear that too. But, just like Ike's story, after I got a go-kart, I terrorized the neighborhood for years. Well, then we did, at which point the police came by.
Yes.
Have we told this story?
Well, I don't think we've told it on internet.
The police came by, and they told us that they knew it was us.
Yeah.
We everyone in town knows we're the go-kart people, and they told us that if they heard anything else, more complaints from neighbors,
they'd arrest us on the spot.
Yeah. So I didn't want to go to jail.
Neither did I.
So that's a part of the reason why I went ahead and bought this place here.
Yeah, that's why we got out of Dodge.
That's why we got out of Dodge. Yeah, for real. So we are going to go ahead and answer a few Super Chat questions, because we have had quite a few come in, and then we're going to get on to more of our tips on how to buy a cheap go-kart or mini bike.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, for all the super
the
chats.
super
Yeah,
chats.
thank you for all the super chats.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to have to zoom in here. Doing
Thank
it
you,
all
'cause
live,
I
folks.
Can't see.
All right. From the Redneck Gamer for the win. Great content guy. Been watching since day one. LOL. Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you.
Thank you for your donation. Yeah, we have a bunch of fun stuff planned with, well, we have a bunch of special episodes planned, and these super chats are going to go into the special episode fund.
Awesome.
Another one from #RoadLife89. Have you ever thought about building a mini bike just for fun?
We just did.
Yeah, that's what we do for a living, bro.
We just
Yeah.
built, like from scratch,
Yeah.
a mini bike. And I got to say, it is awesome.
It is so cool. Yeah, you can find, I don't think I have an assembled version of it on my Instagram yet, but you can find the painted frame on my Instagram. We just built our own first custom mini bike ever. And I have to say, we need to do another one soon because it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot, and it wasn't too much of a headache.
And I think the second one would be a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we could definitely improve. The first one was good, too.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. From SPOC, my son and I bought an old Manco go-kart with the original tire-load Tecumseh engine in it. Do you think we should do the engine swap or live axle first?
I'm going to have to say the engine swap first. Because if it's a tired old engine, it might not be able to push a live axle. I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And if it's for you and your son, who may be experienced, may be inexperienced, I'd say something with a not live axle is probably a little easier to control.
Well,
That's
with
not
low
true.
horsepower.
Low horsepower.
Yeah.
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 A Predator 6.5 or a Tillotson 212 should really get you going.
Yep.
All right, one more super chat question, and then we're back to our cheap go-kart mini bike topic. You guys, from Josh Graham, you guys ever going to hit the reboot button on the monster truck, and what happened to the diesel engine? Reboot button. We've wanted to build a monster truck 2.0.
We have the body.
We have the technology in the body. Just haven't done it yet. So, yeah, we got it in store.
Yep.
But the diesel engine. So we had... What? Yeah, no. So what happened is we had a subscriber reach out and say he would machine us a custom flywheel, thank you, out of billet aluminum because our original flywheel on that diesel engine was scary. Like there were air bubbles in the casting. Some of the cooling fins were already broken before we even cranked the darn thing. Like this thing was sketchy. And for safety reasons, this guy, he offered to machine us a brand new aluminum one. So we shipped him our flywheel and haven't really heard much since. So I guess that's to say, good intentions, but sometimes you get what you pay for, right?
Yeah. So we're looking for another flywheel.
So we're looking for a
diesel.
flywheel for one of the Chinese diesel engines. Let us know. Send me an email. All right. So anyway, back to it. Thank you for the super chats, and we will answer more of them in just a few minutes here. So where were we, Isaac?
Oh, goodness. Where were we at?
Hey, if you're going to be buying a go-kart or mini bike, it doesn't hurt to learn how to negotiate and barter.
Yes. Just because they're asking $300 doesn't necessarily mean they're going to take less than, there's room for bartering and trading too. Some people might want a bicycle to replace their go-kart. Or maybe some gold or something. I don't know. With the way prices are going right now with go-karts and mini bikes, you might have to slip them some gold every once in a while.
Or a kidney, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to learn how to negotiate. That's always important.
Works for me.
Exactly. Yeah. Usually you hit him with the, what's your bottom dollar? Gets him every time.
My favorite part is, hey, man, hold like $50. And I'm going to act like I don't have enough money. Hey, John.
Can you spot me, man? Can you spot me?
Give me some money, man. It works.
Yeah.
So for now on, if I'm buying in a go-kart or a mini bike from any one of y'all, yeah, I don't have enough money.
On top of that, moving on, it doesn't hurt to either be mechanically inclined or bring a friend who is mechanically inclined. Because I can speak from personal experience more than one time. Yeah, you can buy a basket case go-kart, and even if it's only a $60 go-kart, it might be worth $0. Yes. One time I looked at one and I passed on it. It had a threaded rod live axle kit. Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Sounds like one of our early builds.
Yeah, and the frame was shaped like a banana.
But one that you did buy,
yeah, it was a piece of crap.
Had a fiberglass.
It was a Batmobile.
Like an IndyCar body.
It was a
something.
Batmobile.
And the frame was completely rotted out underneath.
Yeah, I thought the Batmobile part looked cool.
It was cool. It's still sitting in the yard.
You live and you learn, guys.
Yeah. What was that one? $100?
Probably. Anyway, that can be cannon fodder for our monster truck go-kart. No?
It has plastic
Not
wheels
that useless.
on it.
Yeah, it's got plastic wheels. They put plastic wheels on a go-kart.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Our next tip is be realistic. If it's your first project and you live in downtown and you live in Manhattan, and probably shouldn't get a go-kart or mini bike.
I don't think you can get anything.
You can go to a rental place and rent a go-kart, but I probably wouldn't buy anything.
But let's say you want a go-kart and you live out in the country. I'm thinking a off-road go-kart would be best. My personal favorite is
Yerf dog.
I was going to say it, Yerf dog. I love a Yerf dog. Another one is good.
Murray.
The Murray Nitro. Is it Nitro?
Kilowatt?
Kilowatt. That's what it was. That's a big go-kart. And
lots of suspension.
But it's only a
construction.
One-seater.
One-seater, yeah.
Yeah.
But just be realistic about what your surroundings are like. If you have a lot of asphalt to ride on, which I am extremely envious of you, get a racing kart. Or if you have a flat field, I mean flat, get a racing go-kart.
A yard cart.
A yard cart, like an American Express, or like a Margay, or an old Phantom Racing chassis, something like that.
And the Honda clone engines are like perfect right now. They have all kinds of parts, and they're pretty reasonable.
Yep.
The Briggs, which is my favorite, the old Briggs 5 horses, you can't find any of those anymore. And when you do find them, they're about war slam out.
It's just Father Time doing his job, dude.
John doesn't like Briggs.
You're going to go there, dude?
I'm throwing you under the bus.
We don't have that much time.
Oh, goodness.
It's not that I don't like Briggs, everybody. I like Briggs just fine.
Just like what I was saying, when you find them, they're war slam out.
Yeah.
And all the ones I brought for us to mess with were pieces of junk.
I mean, but we have at least one or two good ones. We have a good one on our mini bike we put together with a Briggs, our vintage mini bike, and of course, can't forget the Rat Rod wagon.
It's a smoker.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
It's pretty fast. It's got a lot of go fast parts in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, thanks, Charles. Appreciate it, dude. Go-kart versus mini bike. Oh, okay. So I guess circling back a little bit, if I was gonna start all over again, I'd do it exactly how I did it before. I'd have my friend buy me one. No, I would get a racing go-kart. The look is awesome. They're really darn simple. There's no suspension to potentially fail. They're really lightweight. You can easily put it in the back of a pickup truck.
And they'll go through a yard.
They're not as easy to tip as a tall go-kart, and they are so much fun.
I've never almost flipped. I've never flipped one of those.
It would be gnarly if you did, though, because there's no rollover.
I'm sure when it happens, it'll be violent. I've flipped plenty of other things, though.
Yeah. Yerf dog, lawnmower. That's all I got right now.
Oh, man. What about the other day at the swamp?
Oh, yeah. A couple of go-karts. Yeah, a little go-kart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I flipped my fair share of go-karts.
Yeah, me too. I've crashed into trees, people, butts, a little bit of everything. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go watch our Gambler Enduro race video.
Watch it, because there's a scene with a slight accident.
It was more than a slight. It wasn't
intentional.
No,
it wasn't intentional. Watch it. You're gonna laugh so hard.
I crashed into someone while they were.
You rear-ended them.
I did. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I rear-ended them. And then finally, you have to decide, do I buy new or do I buy used? I'd buy used. If you're just starting off and you want to learn, if you want to learn and you don't have a big budget, buy used.
And you want to learn how to wrench on stuff.
Yep.
Buy a used one. Me personally, I like used stuff. I haven't really priced the new stuff. So I guess it's whatever your budget is, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Me personally, used.
Yeah. If you have $500, that'll get you into a used go-kart. You should have your pick of the litter for $500 with some budget for upgrades or repairs too. If your budget is more like $1,000, then yeah, you're talking nice brand new mini bikes, nice brand new go-karts, stuff like that. So it all just depends. Of course, you can do it all for $200 too, but you might be waiting around for 3 months, waiting for a good deal to pop up on Facebook.
They're out there.
Yeah, they're out there.
Not as much.
Yeah, it's just a timing thing, and really just timing.
Yeah, $200. Probably the best way is word of mouth. On that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
And if you just straight up can't get a go-kart or mini bike for whatever reason, like you live in a really dense area, you don't have room for it, there's no place to legally ride, whatever, go to a rental racetrack.
Those work pretty good. The one over by my house,
okay, I should clarify.
It is the slowest go-kart track I have ever been at.
And not one of those. Not one like behind your local roller skating rink or like the one at the beach. There are like real racing go-kart rental tracks out there. Like the ones closest to us are like the GoPro Motorplex near Charlotte, North Carolina.
Those are pretty fast.
Yeah, they go 50, 55 miles an hour. That's what they claim, and I definitely believe it. And you can really hone your skills as a driver on something like that, and you don't have to maintain it and take it home at the end of the day either.
Another one I really like is the Go Power Sports.
Rockwood go-karts and mini golf. Yeah,
it's a very small track
in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Really fast go-karts. I got to say, that's like one of the funnest times I've ever had.
Yeah, you roll up and you're like, oh boy, here we go, another one of these go-kart tracks where they go like 9 miles an hour. No, they're big blocks. They're Predator 420s or GX 390s, one of the two, and I don't think they're governed, dude. Like you get in a pack of like 5 or 6 people, and it is a ton of fun. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Rockwood go-karts and mini bikes.
And tell them Cars and Cameras sent you.
Yeah. Virginia International Raceway also has a rental track. That one's fun, too.
That one's pretty fun.
Yeah, of course, renting go-karts, it can get pricey, but, it's a good way to try before you buy. How about that?
That's actually, yeah.
Good way to put it.
Definitely try it before you buy it.
Because you might hate it. I've had friends who are like, yeah, I want to be a race car driver. And I bring them out there, and they're like, man, that's more exercise than I thought I was going to do. What is this? Oh, yeah, and if you don't have anything like that, get yourself a really fast RC car.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't gotten one yet. I got a boat, but not a RC car. Actually, I like the crawler. I think that the crawler would be better.
Yeah, it depends on, again, your environment, but like an RC car, they can be really, really fast and really, really fun.
What's the one that you have?
I have a Traxxas Slash, the 3S, the one with the lithium battery, the big dog that'll do like 70 miles an hour.
That thing at like 35, 40 miles per hour, when you give it the beans, it'll do a wheelie and
flip over backwards. Yeah, so it's like this little RC car. It's like not even 2 feet long, but it'll go 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Sweet. So if you can't get a go-kart or a mini bike, maybe an RC car if you're looking to have some fun on 4 wheels.
Yeah. Not you personally, but like...
Yeah, to live vicariously through...
the lithium battery and a computer.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's our main topic we were going to talk about.
Oh, one more thing.
What's that?
I think I already said it.
What?
Like, don't tell your parents about the go-kart. It worked for me.
Yeah, it worked for me too. So I mean, you're 2 for 2. You buy a go-kart and you don't tell your parents, and all of a sudden they're like, "Look, it's like when you come home with a cat or a dog, like they're gonna say no, but then once it's there and they see how cute it is, there's no way they can turn it away."
I got to cover my butt.
What?
You got to tell your parents.
Yeah, definitely. Don't just go out and buy a go-kart and don't tell your parents.
Yeah, don't blame it on us.
It worked for us, but not for everybody.
That's right.
So we promised we were getting to the rest of these Super Chat questions. We're going to finish up the rest of the scheduled program first, though, I think. And another thing we kind of wanted to talk about on this new podcast is kind of new car news. So I like to stay up to date on kind of all the new latest and greatest technology in cars. And Ike,
I don't.
As you guys know, he doesn't. Yeah, and he's like an old school guy. And usually just when he and I are in the shop, just like in the middle of shooting a video, like we'll start talking about this, and it'll just make for a hilarious conversation.
Yeah, because every time you start talking about it, I'm like, I shake my head. I can't believe you keep up with these newer cars. They just don't do anything for me.
So Ike, today's topic. Did you see that Volkswagen is planning on changing its name to Volkswagen? So that's Volkswagen to Volkswagen.
Potato and potato?
No. One is Volk, the other is Volta with a volt, because, you know, electric cars. Electric cars, bro.
All right. Well, congratulations on changing your name. They're not doing it yet, though, right?
No.
They're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we are going with electric cars, I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. I mean they're so close to Volt with the Volts.
You know, I bet half the people already say Volkswagen anyway.
Well, you know, when you said it, it kind of sounded the same to me.
When I brought it up with him in the shop the other day, he was like, "You're saying the same thing, dude."
What's the difference, man? And then he had to like slowly Volks, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But I did a little bit more research.
Yeah,
it was just an April Fool's joke.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're not doing it.
Ah,
It was just a shameless marketing ploy for their new electric car.
okay.
Yeah, they're not doing it.
So it's still going to be a Volkswagen.
Hey, that was clever. That was good. That was good.
That was good.
That's awesome. So I've been looking forward to this exact moment all day.
Okay.
Because now I get to talk about
our super chats.
Oh yeah, let's talk about super chats. But I need to talk about the Honda.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is from Josh. You guys should build a bridge for riding go-karts across your pond. Make it part of the Grand Prix. That's an awesome idea.
That's a lot.
That'd be a big bridge.
That's a lot of bridge.
Plus, I would like to put a jet ski in there one day, and it's really going to hinder my jet ski experience if I put a bridge in there. But we are planning on putting other bridges across other streams later on. We just need some help.
Yeah.
Let's see here. $20 from the Redneck Gamer. Wait, we already, hold on. We already saw these. My bad, guys. Let's see here. All right, let's try refreshing. Oh, man, so many super chats. All right. Ike, what do you got, dude? What's new?
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm just like trying to pull this up.
Yeah. So, what? I'm just going to go ahead and say what were you going to be talking about? What was it? The Honda?
The Honda
Trail
CT Trail 90.
Yes, I just brought to work a Honda Trail 90. My brother actually scooped it up for me. It's actually pretty sweet. It's a 79 CT 90.
Yes.
And it looks...
I love it. He doesn't love it so much. I got the super chat, so let's do super chats first.
Okay, we'll continue
we'll
with
circle
this.
back.
All right.
Anyway, from Robert Norris, have you guys ever thought about messing with two-stroke engines?
We've done a couple.
We've done a couple. I just personally kind of like four-stroke better. It's just what I know.
I'm
not opposed to learning. I
know you can get a lot more out of the two strokes, but yeah, I'm still a four-stroke guy.
Yeah, we put a two-stroke 340 on Murray kilowatt.
It's a 440.
The 440, that thing went like stink. We also have a 670cc. Is it a triple or a twin? It's a twin.
I think it's a twin.
Yeah, from one of our subscribers shipped us like the front half of a snowmobile, and that engine's just kind of waiting around for a build. It's got like 110 horsepower or something.
Yeah, we got something figured out for it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have some two-stroke stuff in the past and in the future going on. From Dax Car, please bring back to Poland Rat Rod tractor, no engine, smaller than the drag rail 670. I've never been to Poland, but I'd love to go.
Well, is it? Is he talking about the
probably the lawnmower.
mower?
Probably, yeah. Okay, that's the lawnmower.
Yeah, I think
No engine, smaller than the drag rail 670.
I mean, it had a 670 on it.
Yeah, well, that's.
Of course, 670 needs to go back on it.
I mean, we built the drag rail, but I think that 670 really belongs in that lawnmower.
It really does.
That's how I feel about that.
It was so fun until I flipped it.
You want to read this one?
Okay, so Mini X, $5. Thank you. If you ever would sell the Rat Rod wagon, how much would it be? Ooh, that's a good one. Man, it's priceless. It's one of my favorite builds.
Yeah.
But if I had to put a price on it, it would be I don't want to sell it price
Of?
$5,000.
Oh, I was going to say 5,000 too.
Oh, yeah.
Wildly overpriced for the
Yeah.
junk
I mean,
that it is.
you
But
know, I just can't sell it.
yeah, that's the first thing that we ever really built together.
But if I were to build another one, what do you think?
$6,000.
Yeah, because it would be a 2.0. It would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Oh, man. Let's see here. From Crawler BP. Thank you for bringing families together in this most troubling time. Seeing my daughter do her first wall burnout at 5 years old is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. LOL. That is awesome.
That's good.
That is so cool.
That's good. I hope my kid one day
I know.
would do that. I'd be like, yeah.
Wow, that almost brought a tear to my eye, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, happy to be doing what we do and glad to share it with you guys.
It's fun.
I just wish, it was like safer to have meets and stuff, which we're planning on having a mini mayhem come maybe June or July. Really like to do it because we are going to the Pate Swap meet this year next month with Go Power Sports
In Texas.
in Texas. Yeah. So we are planning on doing a mini mayhem this summer. It's going to
Good.
be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks for your support, Crawler BP. All right, from Cody. What was the most fun build to ride and put together?
That's a good one. The most fun, that would be not scary.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say the Rat Rod wagon was fun and not scary.
Yeah.
Fun and scary was the mower.
The Honduki? Oh, the mower.
The mower was
fun.
was fun, but it also got scary.
Yeah, real scary.
Yeah. So that's the two that kind of stick out in my head. The Ducati, that was just terrifying.
Yeah, you reach a point where more speed is more fun, and then you hit a threshold, and then more speed becomes less and less fun.
Yes. That would be the Ducati all day long.
Ducati, Honduki, lawnmower. Lawnmower is close to that point of maximum fun. It's just like over the edge, just a little bit.
I think there was something scarier than the lawnmower. I just can't think of it right now. So,
yeah, let's see here. Still working through these super chat
so,
questions.
what were we talking about? Was it the Trail 90? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Trail 90. I was about to laugh because I'm not, they're not my favorite. Because every time I look at it, I think of the early 90s and all
He doesn't want to say it. Dude, this is our podcast, bro. It's edgy. You can say it.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
But it's on the channel.
It's all right.
Okay. So every time I saw one of those scooters riding around, what looked like a Trail 90 riding around town was like a Tomos moped or something. And the guy had a case of beer on the scooter because he lost his license and he was drinking.
Yeah. What he's trying to say is
the Trail 90 looks like a drunk bike, and John loves it. And he wasn't there. He wasn't even born when those Tomos mopeds were popular.
Yeah, let's pull this puppy up. So check out these broadcasting skills, folks. Bam! Got a photo for everyone watching right now of the Honda Trail 90 that Ike just bought.
$300.
300 bones, which is a screaming deal from what we've seen.
Does that not look like a Tomos drunk sickle?
See, when I was growing up and now, people who lose their license due to drunk sickles look like they look like scooters. They don't look like that.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think that is cool. That reminds me of like rugged dual sport. I swear James Bond rode one time in a I feel like, all right, in Skyfall they were on the tops of some roofs chasing each other, and I swear he was on something that looked kind of like that. So Ike thinks of Dewey bikes, and I think of
James Bond.
Yeah, isn't that hilarious? Just basically like 10 to 15 years difference.
Yeah. I'd see something like that, like everywhere. And it was all the local drunk guys riding them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there are some more super chats. We just are going to get to them at the end of the show because like the technology is being wonky, but we will get to them. Anyway, CT90. All right. Ike doesn't like it for one reason, and that's the looks.
Yes.
There are about 1,000 reasons to like it. First off,
the 17-inch wheels?
No, dude, forget the wheels. Look at the grocery baskets on that thing.
You can fit a lot of beer in that.
Dude, come on. A lot of
wine.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever you want. But basically,
liquor.
Yeah, anything, man. There's all kinds of room for activities. Basically, I've been wanting to build a Honda Trail 70, which is right there. Look at that.
Look at that yellow one. That is a sexy bike.
I've been wanting to build a Trail 70 like this that actually has real utility. And by buying this, there it is. By buying that, you just made my job a lot easier. I can just go out and buy one of those.
All you got to do to that one is get the engine running and put some new tires on it, and you can go to the ABC store all day long.
Dude, all right. We're going to talk about beating a dead horse here. But no, but what is really cool about this thing, besides the grocery bags, is that it has this removable auxiliary fuel tank on it.
Oh, yeah, that one was hiding over there.
Yeah.
I saw that, and it was like, that is so cool. Someone thought out it's like a miniature jerry can, or gas can on the side of the bike, and it's proper. It looks good up there.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Like it's something that you can like take off and walk to the gas station.
Why didn't Honda do it for the Trail 70? Huh?
Probably because there's like no room.
No room. It's too small.
But beyond the removable fuel tank and the grocery baskets, I'm just having too much fun with this thing right now. You have these, 17-inch wheels?
Yeah, so it's got to ride pretty good.
Yeah.
The bike is actually very comfortable to sit on. I sat on it. The handlebars are in the right place. The seat is nice and cushy. The pegs feel pretty good. Apart from the looks, it's a very decent bike. Oh, yeah, it's got a high and low range, too.
Yes.
So I can't wait to get it running and start riding it and see, like, the high and low range. The off-road capabilities and on-road, I just can't wait to see.
Yeah, it just has all the features on it. It's really cool.
Yeah. John is just smiling ear to ear when he saw it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, didn't mean to put that up there.
What?
I was trying to dig through and find a photo of Trail 70s, and I came across this gem of Ike and his
Where's the button for the crickets?
his chaps. Anyway, so Honda Trail 90. See it soon on the Cars and Cameras YouTube channel. The big brother to the Trail 70, which is my all-around favorite motorcycle.
I wouldn't say
Am I allowed to say that?
Big brother, because the ST90 would be the big brother.
It's weird how they named.
I think that's more like the uncle.
Yeah, then the naming doesn't make any sense. The CT70 and the ST90 look the same.
The frame looks
identical. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand. But anyway, so that is what we have going on very soon, and I am so excited because it is awesome.
I'm glad for you.
All right, let's get to the rest of these super chats. Ike, you got anything else there, buddy?
Anything else? Oh, not really. Other than talking about pretty rad four-wheeler.
The Honduki.
The Honduki.
Let's save Honduki for another day.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, here we have some super chats. I'm going to do them out of order. So from Eugene Backyard Repair, you should build a go-kart that skips across water.
We've talked about it.
Skis on front, paddles, tires on the rear. Leave wheels sticking through skis enough to get up to speed. Have you been in our planning meetings, sir?
Yeah, we've talked about it. But the problem is we got to have a good place to try it out. The pond is not quite. We'd have to leave the land and hit the water at the right.
Basically a 0 degree angle, maybe like 1 degree.
Yeah, and your pond is not equipped to do that. We'd have to like dig out a little bit on the pond.
You could, dude.
Okay. Well, we could
keep it in mind.
Okay. And the exit too would have to be about the same.
Yeah.
You don't want to be hitting a berm on the other side.
No, that would hurt.
That would be terrible.
Maybe Busco Beach, but even then it'd be difficult to find something.
That one would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we're not digging up my backyard, we're digging up somebody else's backyard.
That's true. We could get enough speed going on land. We wouldn't even have to have the paddle tires. We could just skip across.
Yeah.
And if not, we just tie rope to it beforehand so we can recover it.
All right, from Random Garage, you guys should bring back the 420 golf cart.
It's at the house.
It's at the house. We got it.
Yeah.
If we bring it back, I want to do something wild to it. Well, either something wild to it or just use it for a utility because I could kind of use a utility vehicle out here.
It was actually pretty good. That was a pretty fun project. I like that one.
Cruising around town on a golf cart.
Yeah. Electric start, though. We have to leave electric start on because it was a real pain to – every time it stalled, I had to walk around to the back
hit
of the
every
golf
red
cart
light.
and pull start that thing. And it was not easy. So the next one, electric start.
Most definitely. Let's see what else. You want to take this one right here?
Sure. How do you say that?
That looks like fractal.
Fractal. Thank you for your contribution. Where is the best place to find rolling chassis of go-karts? Other than Craigslist, I live in a small rural area, so pickings are super, super slim. Well, like I said earlier, like we said, word of mouth is like probably the best way. If you don't have one in that area, then maybe an aunt and uncle has one in the next area or whatever. And if all else fails, build one. You can get pipe and everything you need from like Go Power Sports spindles, live axles, and your local Harbor Freight would have a good engine. You can build one. I don't know. What do you think? $400 or $500?
Yeah, it'll be more expensive than finding a cheap used one.
Yeah.
You can build one for maybe $400 or $500.
I mean, if you're lucky, you can build one cheaper than that.
Yeah. But something that we didn't touch on earlier, and it's gone.
Oh, dang it. So anyhow.
Oh, sorry, I got it.
Go ahead.
Sometimes, remember how we bought the $50 go-kart?
Yes.
We just, saw a go-kart in someone's yard, and we just
stopped and asked about it.
Stopped and asked about it.
And he wanted $50 for it.
Yeah, because it wasn't for sale, and he didn't know how much it was worth.
And then it was the $50 go-kart. Then it became the amphibious go-kart. If y'all hadn't seen that one, y'all ought to see it. It got like 1 million views in a week. It was awesome. And
it was fun.
Yeah. The best part was Taylor.
The whole premise was, let's trick our friend into getting on this go-kart that will surely sink, and then we'll go have lunch.
And it
floated.
Sink.
Yeah, and we had lunch anyway.
Yeah, it was great. And then it became the monster truck, which is, in my eyes, legendary.
Yeah.
That thing is jacked up.
In more than one way. It's awesome.
Not janked up, jacked up.
But yeah, it just goes to show that sometimes if you see someone that has a lot of stuff in their yard, they might have an old go-kart they want to sell.
Yeah.
Now, if they have like no trespassing signs and stuff, maybe respect people's property and privacy. We'll do that anyway.
And the $50 go-kart, that frame was actually really, really simple. It was a one-wheel peel.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we were done with it, it had a live axle, full suspension, and a fiberglass body on it. Like, you might as well say we built that thing from scratch.
Definitely.
So, I mean, it can be done.
Oh, you want to take this one, Ike?
Oh, which one?
The gamer.
The gamer. Thank you for your contribution. Love the videos, guys. I've been trying to get a 2-seater go-kart for my kids. Growing up, I had a 2-seater streaker go-kart, but my mom talked me into selling it for $100. So sorry. Most regretful decision ever. Well, again, word of mouth. Do you have a local Tractor Supply? I've seen go-karts for sale at our Tractor Supply.
Yeah, Tractor Supply, they have like Coleman's, and I think Coleman is their brand of choice.
Where else? Didn't Walmart have some go-karts? No, that was mini bikes.
Yeah.
It had mini bikes for sale. Who else has
The problem with like a new, especially a 2-seater, is that 2-seater can be pricey.
Yeah, it can. But, you know, like, hopefully you're watching this and you see that, you know, the word of mouth, Craigslist,
Facebook Marketplace, just asking people.
And just get out there and search, and eventually one will come along. It might take a while, but they're going to pop up every once in a while.
Yeah. So thanks again for your donation. Let's see. John's Garage and Games. Do you ever think about doing a video showing viewers custom builds? You know, honestly, kind of all of our mini mayhem videos are like mini little segments of showcasing other people's builds. I'd like to someday. I mean, even maybe someday on this podcast we could talk about some viewer builds. That would be cool.
Now, is he talking? Okay, so viewers custom builds. Yes, the mini mayhem works pretty good. But going out and just doing videos on other people's builds, I wouldn't that get a little old?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to go on like tour some summer, you know, with a
maybe occasionally. I like watching them get built,
like overhauling for go-karts.
That's an idea.
Yeah,
going to people's houses and throwing a paint job on it, and maybe a cup holder and some fuzzy dice hanging from the bars.
12-inch subwoofers.
Big rims on it. Yeah. I'm game.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Tyler Martin, thanks for your donation, man. Let's see. Love the set you guys are doing. Great. I've come out to see you guys every time you're in Texas. Can't wait for Pate Swap Meet again. Yeah, dude, Tyler, we'll see you out there again. April 30th.
23rd through the 20. Oh, wait.
I'm not really sure.
That's Power Tour.
Yeah. No, Pate Swap Meet is late April. You can find more information with Go Power Sports or by just searching Pate Swap Meet. But we will be there. We don't have all the information now because, well, I guess we just weren't ready to announce it. But we will be there, and looking forward to seeing you again there, dude.
Yes. All right. John Boat Saunders. Thank you for your contribution.
You guys considered? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Have you ever considered buying and modifying a GoPed? No.
What's a GoPed? I'm Googling.
No.
Is that an electric scooter? I think it's like a.
But it's gas.
Oh, it's a gas-powered like razor like scooter.
Yes. I will break so many bones hopping on one of those. Did I upset you in any ways? Are you trying to hurt me? I can't do it, man. I'm too old and fragile, and I can't drive.
You know what would be fun? You know those like Lime bikes, the Lime scooters that are around, like in urban areas. You can use your phone and rent little electric scooters. I calculated that we can go rent some. If we find some that are fully charged, we can rent them, drive them to my house, and do a lap around the Grand Prix, and then drive them back to where they belong. They should be able to on a full charge.
It would have to be a very dry month.
Yeah, definitely, because that would get stuck. We'd probably still break a bunch of bones.
You want to do it?
I'm down. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Let's see here from Zach. You guys?
Oh, Zach. Okay. Have you guys ever had any problems with breaking a juggernaut. We have not.
Nope.
We've never broken any juggernauts. I've heard a few people talk about it, but just like I said, a few people.
I think we have 2 or 3, and we don't have any problems.
Haven't had any problems with them.
All kind like we have some pavement use, but mostly off road. I'd say at least 5 or 6 hours on each one, and we haven't had any problems.
We've been rough on them too.
Of course, heavy use. I mean,
yes,
it's us. Let's see here. Thanks for your contribution there, dude. From Sean, will there be a mini mayhem and bring back the Black Widow? Yes, we're planning on doing a mini mayhem come June or July this summer. That's the plan. We're going to do the paint swap meet later this month in Texas, and we're going to see how that goes. And assuming the whole vaccination thing continues to roll out and people, the whole virus thing starts to go away, that I think we're going to bring mini mayhem back. Yeah, I've been missing it.
What about the Black Widow?
Yeah, the Black Widow. I would like to bring that back, dude. The problem is we only have 2 670s. One of them is on the drag rail. The other one is on
the
Honda Davidson.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to take either one apart right now. But the Black Widow is going to make a comeback because that was a legendary machine.
It's in the garage. It's not going anywhere. It's out of the rain. It's doing fine.
Yeah.
I look at it every time I go into the garage.
Let's see here. Going through some more of these super chats. Let's see here. From Creative Experience. Starting my own custom cross cart, and go-kart fabrication business for adults. Still in the works finding a lathe and a welder, but other than that, ready to rock. Hope to work together someday. Yeah, that'd be fun, man. I'm looking for a lathe too.
Well, good luck. Good luck with the starting the cross cart and fabrication business.
Yeah, dude. I hope you have some experience because building a cross cart having no experience is difficult.
It's a little expensive too for what we did. It was expensive, and I just don't see a lot of profit from, you'd have to price it so high. I don't know if
unless you can crank them out really fast. Yeah, but hey, good luck to you, dude. I hope the cross cart goes well. Ours was amazing.
It was expensive, but it was
took
awesome.
A lot of time. Yeah, but if we made another one, it would take a whole lot less time, so that might work out for you, dude. But anyway, good luck to you.
Let me get this one.
Oh, we've already done this one. See, the problem, I chose a difficult format that I didn't consider when I was looking at these super chats. Let's see here.
So the Trail 90.
Back to the ST90.
Back to the ST90,
Yeah,
man.
what do you got, man?
So I really like the everything that's on it, the high-low, the big rims, the cushy seat. That thing's going to be awesome to ride around. But I'm not going to be riding it a lot.
Okay, I will.
Well, good. It needs a good home.
You going to wear a brown paper bag over your head?
No, that would
be in the grocery cart behind
I'm
you.
going to have a full-face helmet.
Okay.
So just to let y'all know, the Trail 90's name is Baby.
Yeah, it's Baby the Trail 90.
The previous owner named it.
Yes. So let's see here. We are going to be wrapping things up here. If we have 2 more super chats to get to, but if we missed yours, we will get to it in 2 weeks or so when we post our second podcast. This is our first ever one, so there are definitely a couple of kinks to work out. Let us know down in the comments what what you want to see improved and what else you want to hear about. Just format, content. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? I want to know.
We definitely like to talk about what y'all want to see, and maybe give us some ideas on our next build or whatever, because ideas are good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So this is from Josh. When are we gonna see the Ducati Grand Prix lap time? You're a funny guy, Josh.
Man,
you must not like us very much.
John's yard is a little bit too rough for the Ducati. It was okay at his parents' house, but it was still pretty rough. And the yard here is 2 or 3 times rougher and also a lot bigger, so the speeds would be a lot higher.
Very much higher.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I did 102 miles per hour in like an eighth mile. You have probably a quarter mile.
No, it's like 1,000 feet from end to end. So
okay,
yeah,
so
an eighth mile max, including braking zone.
Okay, I'd like to measure it.
All right, we're gonna break out the tape measure here, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ducati would not be the best fit around the current Cars and Cameras Grand Prix. Oh man, we have a bunch more super chats.
Yeah, let me get the Howard.
Do it, man.
Howard, thank you for your contribution. Have you thought about trying a different front suspension? Spring, shock on the inside, pivot point in the middle, and tire on the outside. For
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what
maybe
shock on the inside.
Maybe the well, it's either the I'm thinking cross kart. Maybe.
If you're talking about the cross kart, then yeah, we're planning on redesigning the front end, but we're just going to go with another independent front suspension setup.
Yes. So we will come up with something different, and yeah.
Yeah. From Ryan, thanks for your donation, man. Would you ever consider building an ultralight aircraft? My man.
I thought about it.
Yeah, of course, man. Do you want to tell them that story you told me that you tried to do when you were 9 years old?
Oh, no. I had this bright idea of getting my radio flyer wagon and making some wings come off of it and go down the hill at a really high rate of speed and try for flight, but never happened.
Did you ever do it?
No.
No. It's probably for the best.
Yes, because I did a lot of stupid stuff whenever I was a kid.
I think I've seen a Calvin and Hobbes comic with that or something. That's funny. I just picture a little Ike flying down a hill with his little goggles on.
I think after that idea, I got my first go-kart.
Yeah.
Probably. That's probably what happened.
But ultralight aircraft, I know myself. I like to be risky behind the wheel of vehicles. So probably not the best idea.
It'd be cool, though.
I'd like to get maybe like a Cessna one day. Would be really, really cool.
I'd rather have the ultralight.
Yeah. Less to break, right?
Well, and you don't have to have a pilot license.
True that, which is crazy, but kind of cool. I mean, like, if I lived in the middle of nowhere, dude, sure. But there are a lot of trees around here.
Yeah, power lines.
Yeah. From VG30J. You want to take this one?
Okay. Thank you for your contribution. How is the Nissan 300ZX doing?
Oh, I love that car.
Seen it in the background and wanted to know how it's going. I love 300ZXs, and I am planning on buying one pretty soon. Love the videos, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah, the Nissan's doing good. It just got some brakes on it, didn't it?
It did.
Yes, our friend Peyton.
He put some brakes on it, and after like a dozen runs to the parts store,
in a week.
finally got the right parts for it. I love that car. I have a photo when I was like 3 years old sitting in that thing. Maybe I need to put it on the podcast one day. But my dad had that car. He bought it in it's a 1990. He bought it in probably 92. I
think it's an 89.
It's a 90 model year.
It's a 90 model year?
Manufactured in 89.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that car. It's a 5-speed 2+2 in red, non-turbo model with 105,000 miles on it.
It still has a new car smell to it, or it smells like a Nissan 300ZX.
It smells nice, yeah.
It reminds me of whenever I rode in a car like that in the early 90s.
Yeah.
It still has the bag phone in it too.
Yeah, it's got a car phone in it.
Car phone, yeah.
I love that car. But, it's because I've always grown up with it. That's the car I learned to drive stick on. It's great. That being said, 300ZXs and kind of modern Z cars in general are generally very reliable, but their engines are so freaking massive, and the bodies are usually so small that they're really difficult to service.
I never enjoyed working on one.
Yeah.
Even yours.
Every time I'd go visit him when he worked at the mechanic shop, when he was working on a Z car, he was usually pretty cranky.
Yeah, none of the cars you brought were fun to work on. So, moving on. Daniel. Oh, goodness. Can you say this for me?
From Daniel Dasenroth.
Okay, thank you. I thank you for your contribution. I have seen a casket in the background of some of your videos. What is the plan there? If it's the rose-colored one,
Just trying to save my family some money, you know.
yeah. If it's the rose-colored one or Pepto-Bismol, that one's going to get turned into a go-kart. It's the coffin cart. If it was the brown one, I'm just trying to save some money down the road, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah, you ought to see the inside of it. It's awesome. It's got a beautiful picture in
Doesn't
there.
it have
It's the Lord's Supper.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the most awesome casket ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you go about buying a used casket?
I wouldn't say used.
I mean,
You don't go buying used caskets.
but you didn't buy it from the showroom.
I did not buy it. Okay, no. The first one I bought, it originally a church had it, and they used it in some of their plays, and I picked up the casket pretty cheap there. The second one actually came from a junk man who had acquired the casket from a funeral home that had a leaky roof. The funeral home was just throwing the casket away because who wants a casket with watermarks all over it? So they disposed of the casket, and I bought it for, I don't know, $150 or something like that, and it rocks.
And the funniest thing is that anytime he goes and buys a casket, he drives his hearse to go pick it up.
That's right. No, I took a Honda Fit to pick up the last one.
Are you serious?
It was hanging out of the back, dude.
What were the reactions on these other people's faces?
Oh, there were people driving by like rubbernecking so hard.
They were.
Yeah, it was crazy. So
That's awesome.
Yep.
From Baby Finkelstein.
I like that name.
Me too. Please do a pocket bike build or a super pocket bike build.
Don't we have a pocket bike sitting up in the garage? Is that a pocket bike?
Yes.
We got it from some subscriber fans, and while we were in Texas, and we hadn't done anything with it yet, but I'm hoping to.
Yeah, we've had this pocket bike for
Probably 2 years now, probably.
dude, I was in college, so
Wow.
probably 4 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
At
Don't
least 4 years ago.
don't if you're on here, don't hate us.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
We'll get to
It's
it.
just been our rainy day project.
Yes.
It's just yeah,
Not enough rain.
Not enough. Right? Don't say that, man. Let's see here. So from we had some more super chats come through. So thank you for all your donations.
Yep.
I know we said 2 like 5 ago. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep going. Maddie B Gaming. When are you gonna build a proper ramp?
Well, eventually. I really like the both ramps. You know, the problem with building a proper ramp is you have to have a proper landing with a proper ramp, and I'm just not. I don't think I can do a proper landing yet. I need more practice. Thank you for the comment. Let's move on.
Yeah, that and you could do it with my tractor. It'd just take a really long time.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at using my own tractor, to be honest. And neither of us really have that much time to be doing it. When we're not in the garage, we're doing other things, paying bills, seeing our friends and family, stuff like that. So we're planning on doing something about that soon, but we'll see.
I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, me neither. But a proper ramp would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, you want me to get this?
Go for
Brad
it, dude.
08 Stagnant.
No, dude, Brad 08 Stang GT.
Oh,
Come on,
goodness
brother.
gracious. A fellow Mustang owner. Okay. Ike, how does it feel at this point after having left your job to do YouTube full time? Big fan and longtime follower. Keep up the great work, guys. Oh, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than having a real job. Although, I ain't going to lie. I'm working harder now than whenever I did have a job with the old boss.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be good in the long run, and I'm enjoying it. So, a little blushy here. Thank you.
From Idiot Proof Garage, are you going to attend any gambler events in the Northeast? I'm not sure. It hadn't really dawned on me this year. If anything, maybe the OG gambler. I'm not really sure. Haven't talked about that. I would like to do some in the Southeast. I know there was a mini bike enduro in Tennessee that we missed out on last year.
Dang it.
I know. I would like to go. So probably southeast. Northeast is just a bit of a drive for us.
Yes.
Especially if we're like bringing our own bike.
I didn't even know about any in the Northeast.
Yeah, they're everywhere, dude. They're
Wow.
gamblers everywhere.
Okay.
They did one in Iceland, man.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I believe that is the end of the super chat questions. Let me
Okay.
just. Oh no, never mind.
Oh, goodness.
We got more.
They just keep coming.
Yep. Let's see here. There we go.
At it. Okay, I'll get this one. Alex Springman, thank you for your contribution. Have you thought of electric power steering on your trophy truck or another build? I've have some great times watching your builds over the years. Thank you very much. Electric power steering, we've talked about it, but I'm not exactly sure where to get them yet. I know they're out there. I hadn't really done my research, but I don't know. When we start to build things, we don't exactly plan them out all the time. It's just kind of a wing it thing, and it's like we think about the build, and then we're building it the next day. There's no like real planning. So maybe we can look into it in the future.
Yeah, and what ends up biting us in the tail more often than not with a big complicated build is that we're using spindles from a Mazda Miata, we're using a rear end from a Chevy Chevette, we're using an engine from a BMW motorcycle. None of these parts are designed to be used together.
Right, and we're doing this because we're trying to be as cheap as possible. We like doing the builds like what anybody can do.
I'd like to ball out a little bit at some point, but
one day.
Yeah, because I'm okay to spend some money if it saves us a whole lot of time and hassle and we get a better result. But I mean, I think that we've done a really good job using what we have.
What can be better than a trophy cart going around the track and getting on the very top of the leaderboard for our track?
That's true.
That thing is a beast.
It's pretty mean.
It is crazy fast.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the repowered cross cart still.
That'll be pretty good.
Back.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to see it.
All right, this appears to be the last one.
Okay.
From CW Gaskell. What volume are you running the welder and plasma cutter? What voltage? Thank you. What voltage are you running the welder and plasma cutter? Love the channels. Keep up all the good work. CW, I'm going to be honest, buddy. I don't know. I just press the back button on the welder and find whatever looks to be the gauge I'm welding.
240.
Oh, that kind of voltage. Yeah.
Yes.
The heavy duty
or
one.
220, whatever.
Yeah.
220, 230, 240.
The one you plug your dryer into.
Yeah.
Works pretty darn good.
Yeah. In the early builds, it was 110.
Yep.
And
welder did a pretty good job.
Dad's garage. It did pretty good, but it did a lot of
you remember
spinning and sputtering.
So yeah, we would plug the 110 on the welder in, and it would throw the breaker like half the time. So what we did was we just plugged in a 100-foot extension cord. You remember that? I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Help cushion
and it worked.
The spikes.
The idea was it would help even out the voltage spikes.
We don't recommend doing that because it's actually pretty bad on the welders.
Yeah.
But we never had a welder blow up on us.
No, dude, still using that same one from all those years ago.
Pretty good. It's
hilarious. So that seems to be the end of our super chats. I will go back after the show and make sure we addressed all of them. But thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks everyone for your donations. And it looks like we have about 1,600 people watching right now.
That's awesome.
1,400 likes. So
thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Pretty good for our first.
Oh man, that's another one that just came through. Anyway, we will get to the rest of the super chats the next show. How about that?
Okay.
So next show, man, we don't even have it scheduled, and we don't know what we're talking about. But
aren't we going to be in Texas?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now we're gonna be off. I'm not sure. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
We're going to play it by ear. This is a new thing. But thanks, everyone, for tuning into our first ever episode of At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras. Be sure to subscribe to our second channel, which is At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras, if you want to rewatch this episode. And, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Let us know. What do you want to see?
Yeah, because we'd like to talk about it.
Got anything else?
Yeah, check me out at Isaac. It'll be fine.
Oh, like clockwork.
On YouTube and Instagram.
Let's see if I can get it in one go.
And check out At the Wheel of Cars and Cameras.
Yeah, and for sneak peeks on what we're up to in between episodes and podcast episodes now, go on Facebook at Cars and Cameras Reviews, and you can see my Instagram at John_Cars and Cameras for sneak peeks on what we're up to. And you can see this mini bike we've been talking about on my Instagram right now. It is pretty mean.
Real sweet.
Yeah, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this thing off.
How do you turn this thing off?